to the game developers out there who are in the progress of making their game, let me ask you, are you making the game for you or for them? Are you making for you or for them? What I mean by that is, are you really saying, what's my target audience want out of this experience? Or are you just saying, what do I think's cool? Now, the foundation for being a good creator, a good designer, is to start with, what do I like? What would I do? That's a foundation, really important. But it's often the death of your product when that is the driving force behind its completion. At some point, you have to get there and say, if I want someone to give me $1 for this game, $10 or $20 or $50, or to buy $1,000 worth of microtransactions, which the big microtransaction games are getting a lot more than that from individuals, what do I need to do for them? You're creating it for them, right? So you're doing it as a profession for you, but the outcome is for them. And I see a lot of people who are making games, making products that they don't really stop to say, is the person who's going to pay for this, are they digging what I've done here? And I think this is a real fundamental from the studios, from the indie teams that are doing really well, is they let go a little bit of the, I want to make the game that I've always wanted to make. Do that as a hobby project. I've always wanted to make a huge RPG where it rewrites the rules of player engagement and it's going to be just, so deep and powerful. I've always wanted to do that. Do that as a hobby project. Do that on the side. If you want to have a commercially successful, viable business, then you have to ask yourself, or even better, you have to ask your target customers, what do they want? What do you guys want? What do you like? Do you like A or B or C or D? The tuning that I've got in there, does that make sense? Is it too hard? Is it too easy? Can you understand the information I'm giving to you? Does the user interface make sense? And a lot of people are like, but I don't know how to do that. Like, that's the other side of my desk. That's outside of my room. That's out there somewhere. I don't want to do that. And the easy way to start that is just by putting it out to your friends and family and colleagues and connections and saying, what do you guys think? And do that as early as possible. Day one. Here's an idea. Here's a concept. Get it out there. So this is my thought on just a reminder for you and a question for you. Are you making it for you or for them? And if there's not enough them in the mixture, there's a chance, a pretty big chance, that the them, when you finally release it or put it out there, then you'll be like, that's not quite what I wanted. And you want to find that as early in the process as possible so you can stay true to what it is you're trying to do with the product, but also you acknowledge and admit that as a game creator, as a business person, as someone wanting to make money, that you're making a product that the audience has to want and demand and be excited by, and that's more important than you making just the thing that you always wanted to make. Hopefully this is a useful reminder. I know that you guys know this, but I also know that a lot of you are hesitant to do it and to really own the fact that you've got to include others in the process because you're making the thing for them. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope this is useful. Catch you again later.